So those who didn't have cloaks, they cut off branches of palms and laid them on the ground. But their expectation was this. They expected a political deliverer. You see, they saw Jesus as their immediate rescue from Roman occupation. This was their problem. They were thinking too small. Of course, in their minds, that was a very big thing they were asking for, right? They were believing that God was going to set them free from the Roman rule. Them, big idea. For God, that's very small and insignificant. Because God had a much bigger plan that just didn't focus on that generation of those Israelites. It was a plan for all of humanity. It was a plan to set all people free. God was thinking much bigger than they were anticipating. They wanted salvation on their terms. Reminds me of a story. I've told this many, many times, but there was a man whose town was flooding because of some very heavy rain. And the river spilled over, and as the water started to rise very quickly, emergency crews were going door to door warning people to evacuate. A fireman knocked on his door and said, "You need to leave now. The flood is coming." The man replied, "No, it's okay. My God will save me." The fireman urged him again, but the man refused. So the fireman moved on. Water kept rising. Soon it reached the man's porch. So he climbed up to the second floor. A rescue boat came by, and the crew shouted, "Get in, we'll take you to safety." The man called back, "No, thank you. My God will save me." So the boat left. The water continued to rise until the man was forced onto his roof. And then a helicopter came and hovered overhead and lowered a rope and shouted, "Grab on, this is your last chance." But the man waved them off and said, "No, my God will save me." Eventually the water rose above the roof and the man drowned. When he got to heaven, he asked God, "Lord, I trusted you. Why didn't you save me?"